Do you know what I'm sick of? Sifting through shit. Cause I've been doing it a lot over the past few weeks. I think 3 of the last 4 weeks I've given out an F rating. So that's not good, first of all, for movies, even though I think I was a little bit too hard on the host because I did like a few little things in that movie. Nevertheless, it's still bad. And movies right now have been getting worse. Last week we had Scary Movie 5, and yeah, there was 42, but I didn't find it that interesting. Just this movie. It's directed by Rob Zombie, and I went into it, I'm not seeing Oblivion until Saturday, so that's why I didn't really have anything else to see. So I knew nothing about this movie going into it except for the poster and what it looked like and that Rob Zombie directed it. And I wish I shot myself in the kneecap instead of gone to see this movie. Because not only did I see something that I really regret ever seeing, I also am angry that Rob Zombie had felt the need to steal my money. Because he steals your money because nothing in this movie is worth watching. I don't even understand nothing went on in this movie. There's no plot, there's no characters really, there's just people on screen acting, and there's vivid imagery of stupid looking shit that doesn't make sense at all. Okay, let's go back for a second. The plot of this movie, by the way, I'm going to be going into a lot of spoilers in this review, so if you want to see this movie, good luck, I'm praying for you. But this movie, the plot, if there isn't a plot, but what I could figure out was there were witches, there was the Salem witch trials, of course, and this movie is based in Salem, Massachusetts now, in modern day. And Rob Zombie's wife is the star of this movie, and she gets this record that plays noise, and then it makes her like a witch, and then it makes a bunch of other women like witches, and that makes sense, right? I mean, first of all, that didn't make sense, but second of all, Rob Zombie takes all this time establishing the witches in this movie. Like, he goes back to, like, the 1600s and shows them dying and what they did in the woods and all this stupid shit that they did. And, first of all, not only was it annoying and very tedious, but the main witch, it looks like a man, and a good portion of this movie, the witches are naked, so I could have sworn he just, tucked it in down there and was just walking like this. It's so bad, and there is so much nudity in this movie. It's sickening to a point, because not only do these people look like they're anorexic, but most of them are unattractive too, so that's a mean thing to say, but it's true. It's disgusting to watch on screen. It's not horror, it's not scary, it's just shit. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this review. I'm just gonna put it up and just have people watch it. I mean, I don't feel the need to put backgrounds in this video either, because if I was feeling generous, I'd put like the logo back there. But I'm not feeling generous because Rob Zombie wasn't generous in his filmmaking to entertain his fucking audience. So I don't understand why I should really try for the review of his movie. I should just sit here trashing it with a nice blue background. I mean, he doesn't deserve to have his pictures of his movie back there from some guy who has 700 subscribers and he'll probably never hear about. Who cares? I'm rambling because this movie sent me into a psychotic rage because of how shitty it is. Like, I'm gonna talk about a few things that happen in this movie that are just so dumb. The movie starts out and they start playing that music eventually after they establish that Sherry Moon Zombie is actually in this movie. And she plays the music, and then shit starts happening, because in her apartment there's this one across the way that no one lives in, but it's locked, and no one seems to care that weird shit's coming out of it and going into it. Who cares? And then in her apartment, these weird green witches, they're naked of course, start appearing, and she just doesn't notice them. It's just, and Rob Zombie beats you over the head with these images. Like, if there's one in the corner of the screen, he will like cut to it and then go back and forth to make sure you realize it as if you're blind. He also did that with like some chandelier or light that was shaking in the hallway. She was walking down the hallway, she went inside of her apartment, closed the door. Oh wait, let's pan to that to make sure people see it, because they're stupid, right? He must have thought his audience is stupid because nobody would... This movie, there's no trying in this movie. No one tried here. Rob Zombie, he just throws different visuals at the screen, hoping that it would create some sort of masterpiece, and it's garbage. The naked witches was one thing, but then there's this scene where Sherry Moon Zombie is taken up by all these witches. Like, the person who owns all the apartments that she lives in is a witch, apparently, and so are her sisters, so they're taking her to that room that's closed. Oh, shit. There's one before that, actually. There's a part where she goes into that room on her own, because it opens and closes on its own, and she walks over to this light-up cross, and behind her there's this breathing creature with, like, fucking long nails and shit. So apparently Rob Zombie's vision of Satan is Bigfoot without clipping his nails. Now after that, they take the people that take Sherry Moon Zombie into that room, take her in there. She walks in. As soon as she walks in, she has this makeup on, which makes complete sense. And then she walks up to this altar, it looks like, and then there's, I don't even fucking know, this midget that I don't even know. It just looks like the stupid well zombie from Walking Dead Season 2, and it's just in midget form. And then it opens up its stomach and throws like 2 intestines at her. And then she walks out of the room like nothing's happened. Like, what was the point of that? Nothing. Nothing in this movie makes sense. Oh my god. And the ending of this fucking movie, these people, I don't even do. Okay, so the end of this movie, the quote-unquote band that gave her the CD or whatever, the record at the beginning of the movie, is now coming to town, and somehow the witches that died in the 1600s are on stage, and then Sherry Moon Zombie walks backstage, and there's a bunch of, again, naked people wearing, like, I think it was horse face things or something, and then there's this one zombie that looks like he's the zombie pope, and, And then the zombie pope and his zombie minions are jerking off dildos, and then Sherry Moon Zombie gets her intestines ripped out, and then she gives birth to the squid baby from Prometheus, and then I was walking out during the credits, and I wasn't really listening, but on screen it said, like, okay, so it turns out this entire thing was just a mass suicide that happened at this play now between women. And, yeah, thanks, Rob. Thanks for giving me something that kind of resembles a plot in the fucking end credits. Thank you for that, because that makes total sense instead of actually making a coherent plot and actually making a fucking movie instead of a trash heap, which is what this is. I don't know if I've ever been this angry at a movie. I mean, Spy Kids 4 enraged me, but this movie, what? I'm never gonna see a Rob Zombie movie again. I promise, I won't do it. I can't put myself through more trash like this. I can't see more shit until I start seeing better movies. I can't go see movies I think are bad, or I think that look bad. I just can't do it anymore. Otherwise, I will lose my fucking mind. And if you want me to talk to, like, if you want me to just give an actual sort of review, Sherry Moon Zombie is terrible in this movie. She is, she seems like she's acting. She doesn't seem like she's an actual character. But then again, I blame the writing for that too, because there's no actual fucking characters in the movie, or plot, or anything. And Rob Zombie, he films this movie actually pretty well to my surprise, but that doesn't save anything, because then certain shots in the movie, he's just shaking it around during the scenes where shit's actually happening, of course, because that makes total sense to make your audience not know what the fuck is going on. I mean, what? Who the fuck greenlit this? I want to know. I mean, none of Rob Zombie's movies have been critically acclaimed. Like, I like the Halloween movie, the first one, but still, none of his movies are well liked, really, so I don't know why people keep letting him make these movies. I'm gonna Rob Zombie just isn't a good director. The style of his movies, I don't know if he directed his music videos. I was watching a few yesterday. Those worked. I don't know if he directed those, but the style he puts into these movies, it's just too much. It just becomes style over substance, and there's no substance in this movie to begin with, but still, this movie, I'm sick to my stomach of talking about this. I've gotten my demons out. I'm gonna calm down soon. I'm gonna watch the Man of Steel trailer, think about other things. Maybe I should have just gone to go see Evil Dead or Place Beyond the Pines or even the fucking Host over this, because I don't know why I did this to myself. I should have just waited for Oblivion, which I'm going to see tomorrow. So that review will be up either tomorrow night or Sunday morning, so look forward to that. If you guys have seen this movie, did you hate it like me? Don't say you liked it. I don't really want to deal with that. I don't. Write your comments down there and tell me what you think, and if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there. Because if you don't, I'm not gonna do anything to you. I want you to subscribe because I want a good rapport to keep going like this. I don't even know what I'm saying. Just subscribe, and here's the picture of the Thor poster, which made me happy after I watched this movie. So there that is.